For most of human history, silence was assumed to be the natural state of the cosmos. The stars burned, planets turned, galaxies drifted, but all of it happened without sound, without signal, without acknowledgement of our presence. The universe was vast and indifferent, and we learned to find comfort in that indifference. Silence, at least, could not be watching us. That assumption no longer holds, because the universe is not silent. When we began to listen seriously, truly listen with instruments sensitive enough to detect whispers buried in cosmic noise, we discovered something unsettling. The universe is not quiet. It never was. It hums, crackles, pulses, and occasionally shouts. Signals arrive from the dark between galaxies, brief and intense, structured yet unexplained. They do not carry words. They do not introduce themselves. They simply appear and vanish, leaving behind the uncomfortable certainty that emptiness is an illusion. Emptiness was never empty. This is not the familiar noise of stars or the predictable static of known physics. These signals feel different. They arrive with timing too precise, energy too concentrated, origins too distant to dismiss easily. Each one is a reminder that space is not merely a backdrop. It is an active, restless medium, filled with events we barely comprehend. Something happened once, and it was enough. In 1977, a radio telescope in Ohio recorded something that still refuses to settle into history. A sharp, narrowband signal appeared, strong enough to stand out clearly from background noise, lasting exactly 72 seconds. It matched expectations for a non-natural source so closely that the astronomer who found it circled the printout and wrote a single word in the margin. Wow. No repetition was ever detected, no explanation fully satisfied. The signal came from a quiet region of the sky and then was gone, as if it had never meant to be caught at all. Decades later, we still don't know what it was. The discomfort of the wow signal is not that it might have been artificial. The deeper unease comes from its singularity. It did not announce itself again. It did not escalate. It did not respond to our attention. It behaved less like a message and more like a moment, an accidental alignment, or a brief opening, or a test we were never meant to notice. Something happened once, and the universe refused to explain itself afterward. In recent years, the signals have multiplied. Fast radio bursts, FRBs, arrive from billions of light years away, releasing in milliseconds more energy than the sun produces in days. Some repeat, some don't. Some appear to come from magnetars, collapsing stellar remnants with magnetic fields so extreme they distort atomic structure. Others resist even that explanation. They are too clean, too regular, too strangely tuned. We catalog them, name them, trace them back to distant galaxies, and still they feel less like objects and more like events, sudden ruptures in the fabric of expectation. We are overhearing something that does not need us. What unsettles astronomers is not simply that FRBs exist, but that they are precise. Nature is usually messy. These signals are not. They arrive sharply defined, as if cut from the background with intent. Even when natural explanations fit, they do so imperfectly, leaving gaps, small but persistent. Gaps that invite imagination not because we want them to, but because silence would be easier. Listening to the universe has changed our relationship with it. We are no longer passive observers gazing at distant light. We are participants in a quiet exchange we do not understand. The act of observation itself feels intrusive now, like pressing an ear against a door we were never invited to open. There is a particular dread in receiving signals without context. A message implies sender and receiver, intention and awareness. A signal does not require any of that. It can be a side effect, a leak, a byproduct of processes that do not care whether we exist. That possibility is, in some ways, worse. It suggests not that something is trying to communicate with us, but that we are overhearing something never meant for us at all. Cosmic dread does not come from the fear of invasion or conquest. Those are human anxieties, shaped by history and instinct. The deeper fear is irrelevance, paired with exposure, that something vast and ancient could be active, structured, and powerful, while remaining utterly indifferent to our understanding, that the universe might be full of signals not because it is alive, but because it is busy. When we imagine extraterrestrial intelligence, we often imagine voices, languages, deliberate messages. But the universe offers something colder, patterns without explanations, energy without narrative. If intelligence exists on cosmic scales, it may not speak. It may emit, it may radiate, it may reshape space-time in ways that register to us only as noise spikes on a screen. And if that is the case, then our search for meaning might be fundamentally misaligned. We are waiting for greetings while standing inside a machine. This reframes humanity's place in the cosmos in a way that is quietly crushing, not as explorers discovering a silent void, but as infants suddenly aware of a crowded room. We do not know who else is here. We do not know the rules. We do not know whether awareness itself carries consequences. The calmness of cosmic dread lies in its scale. There is no urgency in the universe, no rush. Whatever produces these signals operates on timescales that make human history feel like static. If something is out there, something structured enough to leave traces across intergalactic distances, it does not need to hurry. It has already outlasted civilizations we will never know existed. And so the signals continue. They arrive at random hours from distant coordinates, with signatures we argue over in academic papers and late-night discussions. Each detection is followed by excitement, then restraint, then silence. We are careful not to project too much meaning, yet unable to suppress the intuition that meaning may not require our participation. The universe does not answer questions. It does not reassure. It does not clarify. It emits. Perhaps that is the most unsettling realization of all, that the cosmos may be expressive without being communicative, that it produces phenomena so powerful, so structured, and so remote that our minds instinctively search for intention, only to find none we can confirm. The universe is not silent, but it is not speaking to us either. And in that vast, signal-filled darkness, we are left with the quiet pressure of presence, the sense that something is happening everywhere, all the time, not watching, not waiting, simply existing on scales where meaning dissolves and sound carries farther than understanding ever could.